Hey everyone, welcome to Good DIY Plans. In this video, we're going to be going over how to make this exact tote rack. So this is made out of simple 2x4s and 27-gallon totes, which you can purchase at stores like Home Depot or Lowe's or Costco or Sam's Club. So this is the most popular design, which is 4 across and then 5 up and down here. So giving you a total of 20 totes. Probably popular because it's the perfect amount of storage. It also works with garages that are like lower ceilings or 8-foot ceilings. So this is going to be a beginner-friendly step-by-step tutorial so that you can make this in your own home as well. So as of right now, this specific rack has been built by about 500 people. 41 people chose to review this, and we have a 4.7 stars out of 5, which is really solid. And here's some images of actual build. So Justin here built this, and this is what I was talking about. It's low enough to be below the rails of the garage door, which is awesome. And then Ting Yu has built a shelf here as well. So he's saying to follow the exact cut order for the cut list. That way you're not going to be having to buy extra lumber. And then we've got Ted here who built a nice looking rack as well. So the overall dimensions of this are going to be 83 and 11/16 of an inch tall. It is 28 and a quarter inches deep, and then it's 88 and 3/4 inches wide. This one is going to be specifically for the Home Depot version of the 27-gallon totes. So those are the HDX totes. I do have the Lowe's, Sam's Club, and Costco version available, and I'll mention that at the end of the video as well. It's the same concept, but the dimensions are going to be slightly different because the totes are slightly different. Different enough to require a separate plan, actually. So, all right, the first step is going to make the shelf support. So these are going to be 2x4s, 20 and a quarter inches long. And then what we're going to do is we're going to modify this 2x4 slightly. The modification is we're going to cut off this blue component here. So it's just a 45-degree angle cut, and it's going to be about halfway through the tote, so 3/4 of an inch. The reason why we're doing that is so that when you're sliding the totes into the rack or taking them out, that the ear flaps of the tote are not going to catch on the edges. So that's going to essentially prolong the lifetime of the tote, and it's going to just make those totes stronger because those ear flaps are not getting worn out. So you're going to need to make a total of 40 of these identical shelf supports. If you're going to have a double-sided rack, then you can cut off the blue part on both ends. If it's just going to be a single side, you can just cut it off on one side. So the next step will be to make these ladder structures. So we're introducing a new piece here. This is a green 2x4. So it's 80 and 11/16 of an inch. And what we're going to do is we're going to attach these shelf supports to it. So these are from the previous step. So the first one is going to be 11 inches away from the edge, then 12.5 inches, 12.5 inches, 12.5, 12.5. And then you should be left over with 2 and 3/16 of an inch on the end here. So once you have that laid out, go ahead and secure it all together. So here we're going to be using some 2.5-inch screws. We're not going to use longer screws so that they don't poke through when you go through to the other side. And also using wood glue just makes it more rigid and more secure. So you're going to need a total of 5 of these identical components, 5 of these identical ladders, and then 3 of these are actually going to go through like a slight modification. So the modification is to add a second layer of these shelf supports to the other side. So they're going to line up with the first layer. So the spacing is going to be the same, 11 inches, 12.5, 12.5, 12.5, 12.5, and then 2 and 3/16 on the edge here. So go ahead and secure these together with 2.5-inch screws, pre-drill, countersink. And the reason why we're pre-drilling and countersinking is to prevent the wood from splitting. So this way you have a shelf that's going to last a long time. So you're going to make a total of 3 of these double-sided ladders, and then 2 of them are going to remain as single-sided ladders. So next, we're going to introduce one more new 2x4 here. So it's the 2x4 in blue. This is a 88 and 3/4 inch 2x4. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a single-sided ladder and we're going to attach it to these blue pieces. So work on a nice level surface. Usually it's going to be a garage floor because this is a pretty large rack. And then here you can use either 2.5 or 3.5 inch screws. Again, pre-drill, countersink, and use wood glue. And the ladder is facing inward. This is really important because the totes are going to rest on these ear flaps, on these shelf supports, right? So we need to face it inwards. And also we need to make sure that they're all facing, or that all of them are oriented the right way. So if you note here, the top is going to have this little space here, and then the bottom is going to have this big space here, right? So let's go ahead and add the next piece. So the next piece is going to be the second single-sided ladder. Again, it's facing inwards, right? And then we have the smaller space up here, and then the bigger space is going to be at the bottom. So secure it in the same way. And next, for the center, what we're going to do is we're just going to take the 3 ladders and we're going to space them out evenly in the center. So this is going to be 20 and 5/16 of an inch, give or take. And what you can do is go ahead and pre-drill, countersink, and secure this with wood glue. And then just go ahead and add the next one, 20 and 5/16. And then this one will also end up being 20 and 5/16 of an inch in an ideal world. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to add 2 more of these blue components to the edge here. So these are the blue 88 and 3/4 inch pieces. So on the ends here. So secure 2.5 or 3.5 inch screws, pre-drill, countersink. And next, what we're going to do is we're going to add some brackets to the corners here. The reason why is we don't want the shelf swaying side to side. This is especially important if you're going to have this be like a freestanding shelf, bolted or anchored down, of course. But we're going to use these L-shaped brackets. So these are something that you can purchase at stores like Home Depot or Lowe's, or you can buy them on Amazon. That's where I got mine. So what you can do is add them to the corners, and then what is going to happen is going to become much more rigid, much more secure. So the reason why I got the ones on Amazon is I like that they had the hole placement was in the correct spot. And what ended up happening is they also had countersinking, kind of like a little pit in the metal, so that these screws were able to sit flush. So that was really nice. So secure that. Next is going to be to secure the entire rack to the actual wall. So this is a very important step. If this is going to be up against a wall, what you can do is you can secure them with these L-shape brackets, Simpson strong ties, whatever you want to call them. They're sold at stores like Home Depot or Lowe's, usually like 50 cents a piece, but they're really critical. And when you're going to be securing this, it's really important that you secure it to the studs of the garage. So I'm removing the drywall here so that you can see. What you need to do is secure it first to the shelf, and then you need to secure it to the garage studs. Don't secure it to the drywall because that's not going to hold much weight. The reason why you do this is to prevent the shelf from tipping. If somebody climbs the shelf, or if you have like an uneven distribution of weight, or maybe you loaded up all the heavier items up top, all the lighter items on the bottom, there's a chance that it could tip. So that's it. Now, for those of you who are ready to build a storage rack, I do have the DIY plan PDF linked below. So you will have access to both the Home Depot and non-Home Depot version of the rack, which will include Sam's Club, Costco, Lowe's, Amazon, and Walmart. The plans are much more detailed in the video. They're going to have the tools list, materials list, the lumber shopping list, the lumber cut list, of course, the step-by-step instructions, so that you would have everything you're going to need in order to be successful with this build. So I appreciate everyone who supports good DIY plans. You guys have an awesome day. If this video was valuable to you, check out the next project on the screen.